Guys, I'll tell you right now that today, this week was just so intense. Just, oh my God. I'm sunburnt. My head is all red. I got a nice tan though. But I just wrapped up a new video. So that's why we have a little bit of a late start today on today's live stream. But what's going on, guys? Yeah, you can see the burn, right? You can see like that's my natural skin color, and this is the aftermath. Like, look at my arm. It's insane. Oh man. What's up, Mike? Israel, what's up? Jasmine. How you guys doing from Nepal? That's awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. So C7 Media, what's up, dude? How you doing? Oh man. VFX is asking if I was surfing. No, I was actually wheeling. And for those of you who don't know what wheeling is, it's actually you're taking out. I have an electric unicycle, and I was filming for a review video for that. And people are like, you're probably going to be wondering, what does an electric unicycle have to do with filmmaking? Well, believe it or not, with a gimbal, you can get some really sick shots with it. So for tomorrow's video, I'm releasing a review on the actual electric unicycle. And then in a week or two after that, I'm going to be releasing a tutorial on how to use a gimbal on that electric unicycle. So that way you can get super smooth shots at high speeds. So that's something you can't really do if you're walking or running. This is something you have to rely on like a little portable vehicle. So yeah, that's I'm excited for that. Your hair looks great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh man. Hello, Richu. What's up? Sanjay, what's up? Hi. Awesome, guys. We have all places from around the world tuning in. This is so exciting. Welcome, guys. So yeah, I'm trying to do these I'm trying to do these live streams every week. I say this for every live stream, but I try to do these live streams every week so I can touch base with my audience, with my subscribers, see what you guys are up to, see if you have any questions for me. I'm going to be doing these on a regular schedule every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah. And yes, guys, if you need help, this is the one time, like on these live streams, this is the one time I can actually ask, you can actually ask me like Jew and Crane questions regarding like not technique, but like balancing questions. I get Facebook messages every day and emails asking me, oh, my Jew and Crane doesn't do this or that. I can't really answer that through email. It's more like a Jew and tech support type of question. But for these live streams, I'll be more than happy to answer what I can because that's what these live streams are for. Anything related to filmmaking, I want to try and help you guys out. Nice, putting it on my calendar. Awesome, McCurdy, thank you. How to be a pro with it? I'm doing my first project. So Jasmine, that's a very broad question. I have a very detailed playlist, over 50 videos on crane gimbals. So I do suggest going to my channel, go to the playlist icon, click on that, and browse through. I have like probably 58, 60 videos on Jew and Crane videos. So check it out because that's going to help you out extremely. VFX Todd, oh man, I can't believe VFX Todd just said this. He said he's gonna have the Crane version 2 and the Ronin S. Oh man, guys, I'll tell you right now, DJI and Juentech, they're like the top competitors now with gimbals. They are the top competitors with gimbals. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a bloodbath, you guys. Oh man, this is gonna be exciting. This is why a capitalistic marketplace is kind of fun to watch, because when two great companies make products, oh, they're gonna try and outdo each other. So it's fun to see this kind of competition. It's great. So yeah, I can't wait to see what you think of that, VFX Todd. Let me know. On July 3rd, so we still got another, month left before you get the Ronin. So we'll see how that goes. Between which mode do you use often while using the Jew and Crane version 2? So the mode that I usually shoot with is full follow. I like to have that pan and tilt follow my movements, so that's what I stick with, full follow. C7 Media says, love your new Vertigo video. Bro, I need to practice that. Yeah, man. The Vertigo is probably one of the hardest shots you can do in a gimbal because you need accuracy and you need smoothness. So I was able to, I think we were able to pull it off. I learned, I started practicing the Vertigo stuff literally 2 days before we shot that. It's still not perfect, but I got it down to a point where I got a few good takes where we can actually use that footage. So it's exciting. I love the fact that you can hook up the follow focus to the zoom ring and play around with all that good stuff there. Lalu says, came working with Sony a7 III. I don't. Can you maybe rephrase that question? Try using, if English is hard, try using Google Translate. That would probably help out. Yeah, so try re-asking that question, Lalu. Love the competition, McCurdy. Yes, yes, you gotta love the competition, man. Filmmaking right now, when it comes down to technology, filmmaking I would say is like 70% based on technology right now, because the other 30% is the creativity, like the script and what goes on in here, but you also need the tools to execute that. So that's where technology comes in. So a lot of it has to do with the tech. So that's why filmmaking companies are just, oh man, they're raising the bar. I finally got my Jewin Crane version 2. I've been following up with your tutorials on how to operate it. It's pretty much amazing. I'll be making my dual handle by myself this week. Thanks. Oh man, send me pictures. Send me pictures. Which mode should be used to get good shots? I mean, all modes are great. It all depends on the type of video you're shooting. For vertigo shots, lock mode. If you want to get a hyperlapse, I would suggest not pan follow mode. I would suggest lock mode for that as well. I need to do a hyperlapse tutorial, guys. I keep promising you. I will deliver. I'm working on it. I got just a whole ton of videos that I got to do that have priority. But I will get to the hyperlapse video very soon. But full follow is the mode that I usually film with because I like to have all of my body's movements translated into the gimbal. So full follow, pan, tilt, I like those movements following my movements, my body movements. So I'm going to stick with full follow most of the time. For specific specialty shots like vertigo, as I said earlier, shoot in lock mode. Hyperlapse, I still have to test out the shooting modes to see which one looks the best. But I'm assuming lock mode will also be better. That way we don't see any weird jitters in our pan, because in a hyperlapse everything is sped up. So if we see any jitters in our footage playing in normal time, normal speed, when we speed it up, it's going to be very jittery. So lock mode is going to eliminate all of those weird pans and tilts we do naturally while walking. So yeah, there's two different ways we can shoot a hyperlapse. We can do the old-fashioned way, like doing picture frame by frame and then compressing all those into a timeline and then doing the hyperlapse that way. Or we can do, we can shoot it in video and then speed up the video to make a hyperlapse. So there's two different ways we can shoot that. I'm gonna test out both ways and see which one will get me smoother and better shots overall. I'm thinking video will be better. Simply because with hyperlapses, what we have to watch out for is exposure, because changes of exposure between images, it might be very abrupt, and when we speed that up, it's going to look like it's flickering. And then after, when you're shooting individual photos, you're going to have to put them in Lightroom and then individually edit them, while shooting a video and then just speeding that up. The transitions between exposure, if there are any, are a lot smoother. So we'll just have to see. I'm going to have to do a lot of testing with the hyperlapses and see what comes out of that. I have the Crane Plus and I have a hard time keeping the camera on the subject. What am I doing wrong? What mode are you shooting with? If you're trying to keep it on the subject, you have to tell me what you're filming. Like, what kind of shot is it? Is it a tracking shot, orbiting shot? What kind of shot are you, what are you trying to do here? Israel says, I will, bro. Thanks a whole lot. Thank you, Israel. Alvin Wolf, what up, brah? Tips on hyper zoom. Ooh. Dude, I don't know. I haven't tried hyper zoom yet. But a hyper zoom, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a really fast zoom done through hyperlapse, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I remember the vocab for that correctly, but yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. There's still things I don't know, but if you guys want me to teach you a way to shoot a certain shot that I'm not familiar with, give me a week. I'm going to study the shot and I'm going to show you how to do it. So yeah, I geek out. Whenever there's something I don't know and I want to learn how to do it, give me a week. Boom. That's what happened with Vertigo. I was actually, I didn't know I was supposed to shoot that video until 2 days before I was supposed to shoot it. So I'm helping Jewin promote their new, their follow focus package. So if you guys buy your Crane 2 right now, you get a free follow focus in the package. So yeah, we were promoting that right now. When are you gonna come to New York? Love to meet up. Keep up the great work. You rock. Thank you so much, Benny. I want to come to New York, man. Oh, that's on the list. I've been to New York maybe 15 years ago. Barely remember it. I was still a kid. But yeah, I'm gonna come to New York faster than you know it. Greetings from the UK. What up, UK? By the way, guys, so the affiliate links I have in my videos, they're worldwide now. So for most countries, those affiliate links should work. So if you find the Queen 2, if you're, let's say, from the UK and you want to help support my channel and click on the affiliate link, it's going to direct you to the UK version of Amazon. So I'm not going to have only United States Amazon links anymore. It covers, I think, 6 or 7 countries. So if you're international, I hope that you're in the right country that my links are supported in. So yeah, I updated my links for a lot of my videos, at least my high ranking videos. I updated those links. So yeah, check it out. The affiliate links, they help support the channel. They do not, by clicking the link whatsoever, it does not increase the price of the product. The product is still the same price. And I try to find you guys the best prices on Amazon. I do research before I post those links. So some places have it $10 cheaper, $100 cheaper. I try to find that. I do research before I post those links. So yeah, guys, if you want to help out the channel, those affiliate links really do help support. So thank you for that. Richard is asking, also do come live often, so if we have doubts, we can clear that. Now it's hardly a month. I'm using my Jewin Crane, and thanks a lot to you, man. Your videos help me a lot. Thumbs up to you, bro. Thank you, Richu. I really appreciate that, brother. As who? Greetings from UK. Yeah, what up, brah? What up, dude? Jasmine, I have a big problem balancing the Crane too. What is your problem, Jasmine? Let me know. No, multiple shots zoomed into macro. Oh. I need to research that, Halvin Wolf. I don't know how to do that. You got me. Deer in the headlights, man. I have no idea how to do a hyper zoom. Let me research it, and I'll see if I could do that. Hello, sir. I'm from India. I'm beginning wedding and music video cinematographer using the Nikon 5300 and Flycam, but want to upgrade in low budget thinking to get the Sony a6300 and Jewin. Will that be better? So I don't know the Nikon 5300. I'm not familiar with Nikon. But yeah, Sony a6300 is good camera. Try to save up and get the a6500. You can get much better performance, especially in autofocus. So a6500, if you can get that camera, that's going to be a much better camera for you. If you want a Crane gimbal, get the Crane 2. I would just skip the Crane Plus, go for the Crane 2. It's their flagship. You get that gimbal, you're set. You don't need to worry about putting a heavier camera and then not it being supported. I mean, the Crane 2 supports so many different types of cameras. I really wouldn't want to be restricted when I'm using the Crane Plus. So that's why I keep my Crane Plus as a backup and use my Crane 2 as my primary gimbal. Joe says, what up? I'm out shooting the Milky Way time lapse right now. Ooh, dude, teach me. Star lapses, oh, night lapses, dude. I need to learn how to do those. I'm actually making a tutorial soon on how to capture time lapse of the clouds. It's a very simple time lapse, but I'm going to be using a slider. So I'm I'll be working on that tutorial shortly, showing you guys how to create a time lapse on your slider. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Travel Mint says, I love your tutorials. Thank you so much, Travel Mints. Who looking forward to that link. Yeah, so all the links are currently, I think even the links are in this video as well. So all future links, all future videos will have those links. And a lot of my previous videos have those links now. I updated as many videos as I could manually. YouTube is a little weird with automatically updating the links, but yeah, the links should be international now. Bull Artwork says, can you give me a good manual? Can you recommend a good manual lens to use the A7? I used the Rokinon before, but it's heavy big. See, I use Rokinon as well. The next type of lens that I want to get into is the Helios. Those are Russian lenses. I've been researching them, and I think I want to get my hands on those Helios. I think it's Helios, if I'm not mistaken. I'm Russian, I should know, right? So yeah, I'm gonna probably get one of those lenses. They're vintage Russian glass. Okay, so I saw some of the photos and videos with those lenses, and I was pretty happy, and they're cheap. So yeah, Helios, check into that. Halvin Wolf says, yeah, I've only seen one tutorial on hyperzoom, and I know you would knock it out of the park. Great job on going international. I hope all of those links are available in India. Oh man, India doesn't support my version of damn. Yeah, India is not supported, unfortunately. I tried hooking my Amazon affiliates, it didn't work. Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry, India. But you can still buy it through Amazon. I'm sure there's Amazon Marketplace in India, so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, India, unfortunately, isn't supported. I know France is supported, Italy, Germany, UK, Canada, and the United States. I think I have 7. I don't know. I don't remember the 7th country yet. But yeah, those are the 6 I know off the top of my head. VFX Todd says, Jasmine, have you looked? What am I saying? Have you looked on YouTube for videos on balancing? There are lots out there. Yeah, Jasmine, check out. There's a ton of videos on YouTube about balancing your crane. A ton of videos. I even have a ton of videos. I have at least 3 or 4 videos on balancing alone. So check them out. Joe says, any news on the Crane app? Yes, I can show you the way. Awesome. So the Crane app is still under development, guys. I know I keep saying this every live stream, but I have really strong ties with the higher ups at Zhiyun, or Jiwin, as it's probably pronounced. They're working on the app. They're bettering the app. They're under a lot of heat right now with DJI. So DJI and Jiwin, they're butting heads right now. Competition's pretty hectic. So I can tell you right now, what Jiwin's doing it's going to be big. It's going to be very big. Just wait. Just you freaking wait. This is why I love watching competition. DJI is going to come out with their flagship Ronin S, and then you're going to have retaliation. You're going to have retaliation. So DJI, okay, you did a good job with your Ronin S, maybe, but you're gonna see a retaliation. I'm just putting it out there. So you guys just wait and see. If you can hold off on buying the Ronin S, hold off. Just hold off just a little bit and see what's coming, because it's gonna oh man. Just hold off. You'll see what's gonna happen. Okay. Would the Crane 2 be good for me? I shoot with the A6500. Yes, get it. Crane 2 definitely supports that camera. Richu, when you come to India, let me know. I will, brother. I will. Arrange a meetup. Time to go. Have a great day. Take care, Richu. Jasmine, hey, have you ever been to Nepal? You'd love this place. Come over. Guys, I know I need to. Oh man, Nepal. I need to go. I need to go. I need to hop on a plane, one-way ticket, and just go from country to country. Okay, thanks. We'll surely check Helios. Awesome. Dust Devil, do you think the focus wheel on the Crane 2 will ever work for the GH5? Not internally. Not internally. The only camera right now supported is Canon 5Ds. I don't know if the 1DX is supported. I think it might be. But Canon right now is the only company that's supported with the internal follow focus. But here's the thing. I would still get the external follow focus because odds are you're going to end up using a manual lens eventually. And don't forget that with the follow focus, you can turn in any zoom lens into a power zoom lens. Watch my latest Vertigo tutorial. I'm going to show you, or actually watch Jason Vong's tutorial on how to set up the follow focus for it, because we show you how to wrap it around and set it up the zoom ring on the zoom ring, and it will actually extend and contract smoothly. This looks so wrong. But yeah, the zoom ring will move smoothly, so you can have a very smooth power zoom. You can transform any lens you want into a power zoom lens with the Crane 2 follow focus system. So it's not only a follow focus, but it can transform into a power zoom. So yeah. But yeah, GH5 not compatible with the internal follow focus. VFX Todd says competition breeds improved products. Oh, you know it, man. You know it. You know it. Yeah. Can't wait for the Jew and Mavic. Oh, Jew and Mavic, man. Oh, dude. Yeah. Hello from Chile. What up, Chile? Quick business inquiry. Can we contact you for editing services? Right now, not for editing. Consulting, yes, but not for editing. I just don't have time for editing. I just don't, unfortunately. Sorry about that, man. Hi, I like your video. It's very useful. I'm from Sudan. Awesome. Sudan. Awesome, man. Bull Artworks. Is it worth upgrading to the A7S to okay, so upgrading from the A7S to the A7 III. So I'm kind of in your boat right now, Bull Artworks. I have the A7S. A7 III is here. A7S Mark III is around the corner. I'm stuck. I don't know what's going to happen. It all depends on the specs of the A7S Mark III. I wouldn't recommend going to the A7 III just yet. I would wait. I would hold off maybe a month or two until Sony makes their announcement, because that's what I'm in the same boat, dude. I have the A7S Mark I. So I'm waiting for A7S Mark III to be announced, and then we're going to talk some major business. And then I'll do a live stream before I make a purchasing decision. I will make a live stream with you guys before I make my purchasing decision, whether it being the A7 III or the A7S Mark III. I'll tell you why I made that purchasing decision. Josh says, love your stuff. Love from Kansas City. Keep killing it. Thank you, man. Thank you, Josh. Bull Outwork says, haha, I'm stuck too. Yeah, dude, I hate it. I hate what Sony is doing. And they're keeping their lids shut. By now, I would have expected some leaks. Apparently, there were some leaks back in 2016 or 2017 for the A7S Mark III, but I think they're bogus because so much time has passed and no other leaks have been leaked. So I think that was a bogus rumor or bogus leak. Alex says, can you create more GlideCam videos if possible? Yes, that is definitely on the list, my friends. I'm going back to manual stabilizers for you. I want you guys to learn how to use manual and electronic gimbals. Both are so important because they both can help you tell your story in different ways with different perspectives. So yes, GlideCam tutorials are coming back. VFX Todd, if A7S III has 10-bit, I will buy it. Yeah, not internal. It's not going to have 10-bit internal. I can almost bet my life on it. I want 8-bit 422. At least. 8-bit 422. Yeah. Totally understand. Thanks anyway, bro. Might need to call in the reinforcements to shoot this commercial, so I'll be in touch soon. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, Greg. Halvin. All right. Bull Artwork says, A7S2 is the biggest secret they are keeping from us, even from their staff, I heard. Oh, man. If only I knew someone at Sony. Oh, my God. You have no idea. Bull Artworks, no 10-bit internal. How come you are so sure? Because it's Sony, dude. You think they want to get your attention away from their FS5 and FS7? I don't think they want you to. I don't think they want you to go away from those cameras. Those types of specs, 10-bit internal 422, that's a cinema grade camera. They want you to buy their FS5 or FS7 for that to happen. So I doubt they're going to put that into their miniature Alpha series cameras. No way, no how. I even doubt that they're going to put 4K 60. I just don't think it's going to happen. By looking at Sony's history, I hope I'm wrong. I hope to God I'm wrong. But from looking at Sony's history, 4K 60 is out of the picture. I don't believe it. Hello from Reunion Island. I ordered a Crane 2. I wait, and I hope not to be disappointed. Camera's A7S2. You won't be, bro. You won't be. You won't be disappointed. VFX Todd says, good point on the FS5 and FS7. Thank you, brother. Kaza Production. Hey. Joe Choi says, your A7S and the 16-35 f2.8 can rock the Milky Way. You think A7S3 will have more than 100 megabit rate? So I have a f4, not an f2.8. The only 2.8 lens I have is a 70 to 200 G Master, and then I have a 1.8 85 mil Sony. Yeah, I'm getting more lenses soon. So, and then I have a 24 to 70 f4 as well. So Joe's saying you think the A7S will have more than a 100 megabit rate? I don't think so. If we didn't see it on the A7 III or A7R III, I don't think so. Not feeling it. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, but I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. I'm just going based off of history, guys. History repeats itself. So I'm going based off of that. Hey, Momentous Prime, Virgil Hart, checking in from Okinawa. What up, what up? Josh says, thoughts on the Ronin S? Price seems on point for around $700. Listen, I saw the Ronin S at CES and at NAB. I had a good at least half an hour to play around with it. I mean, it's what you expect. It's DJI quality. It's good quality gimbal. It's heavy. It's bulky. And the battery life, they say it's 12 hours, but that's DJI 12 hours. Okay, we all know what that means. So it's going to be probably 8 to 10 hours. The only way it competes with the June Crane 2 is the payload. Regarding features, the June Crane 2 has more features. We have that built-in follow focus. That's like a big deal. We have a built-in LED screen. That's a big deal. And we have a lot more accessories available to us with the Crane 2 than we do with the Ronin S. A lot more accessories. So things, I'm telling you, as I said earlier, things are coming. DJI made the Ronin S. Now it's time to retaliate. So you're going to see a lot more different things coming from Tech. They're going to step up they've stepped up their game. Price point for the Ronin S, it's where it should be. I thought it was going to be around $850 to $900. I was wrong. But $700, that's a very competitive price. Very competitive. Just make sure, because DJI is known to do this, especially I've owned a few of their drones. I've owned the Phantom 4, DJI Inspire 1, Mavic. They are known to not say things or not say what's included in their packaging at times. So make sure that if you do buy something from them, that you read what's in the box. Because even though it's advertised, it may not be included in the package. Okay? Follow focus is definitely not included in the package. June Crane 2, follow focus is now included. So you get the wheel, and you get the gear, and you get the module. So Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Kaza Production says, I want to buy a drone, but it's illegal in my country. Any idea? Oh, man. I guess you should follow the rules. I mean, that should give you the answers right there. Just follow the rules. Right? It's illegal everywhere. So what can you do? Laws have become so crazy strict that the only thing you can do now is break them. I'm not saying that you should. I'm not saying that you should, but like I'm not talking about drone laws in specific, but sometimes like let's say in Santa Monica. Okay, let's talk about Santa Monica and talk about the laws just in that city. It's illegal for you to throw away your trash. Like let's say you had a gum wrapper. It's illegal for you to throw away that gum wrapper in another person's trash can. It's illegal for you to pay another person's meter. I mean, what kind of laws are these? It's similar to drone laws. They're so ridiculous. All you can do is break them because they're so like up to here. So I'm not condoning breaking the law, but I'm just saying that the law is so intense and so like up to here that the only thing you can do is break them. I'm not condoning breaking the law. I'm not. Just saying that the laws right now are very just. Okay. Hey, what do you think about the G7, Lumix G7? I don't follow Panasonic. I sold GH4 and that was that. So I can't, man. I'm still a Canon fan, so I'm every now and then following Canon, but I'm mainly a Sony guy. I have all Sony gear now. At this point, I don't know what the selling point is for the A7S III. Better stabilization, touchscreen autofocus, better autofocus. Low light will probably stay the same. Slightly higher megapixel count, probably up to 15 from going from 12. Better ergonomics. Better battery life. Dual SD card slot. And phase detection and contrast detection for autofocus. So you're going to get quite a bit of perks if you're coming from the A7S Mark I. Like for me, example, I also want that external battery charging. So if my battery runs out of juice, I can hook up, let's say, a power bank like this and charge my camera while it's recording. I can't do that with the A7S, at least not while it's recording. So for me, for an A7S Mark I user, that's a massive upgrade, regardless of the 4K 60, regardless of that or the 10-bit recording. That alone is worth the upgrade for me. Also, the rumor that I think that is going to be very, very true for the A7S Mark III is a new color science coming from the FS5 Mark II. I'm 98.5% sure that this is going to happen with the A7S Mark III. New color science. What is it going to be called? S-Log? I have no idea. But it's going to be a new color science. It's going to increase dynamic range. It's coming to the A7S Mark III. And I'm 98.5% sure it's going to happen with the Mark III. Okay? That is also worth the upgrade. So scratch 4K 60. Don't have your hopes high for the 4K 60. I don't think it's going to happen. Don't have your hopes high for the 10-bit internal 422. I don't think that's going to happen. Have your hopes high for that new color science, better stabilization, internal stabilization, dual SD card slot, better battery, better ergonomics, and a slightly higher megapixel count. Low light sensitivity, I think, will remain exactly the same, if not maybe a little bit cleaner. But the A7S Mark I already shot 40,000 ISO low light with minimal noise. So I don't think they need to do anything more to the camera. Okay, low light, they got it nailed. Leave low light alone. Focus on the other things as well. Whew! All right, I got that off my chest. All right. Dust Devil says the full frame size will always be a bottleneck for Sony. They won't make 4K 60 120 work. Yeah. Guys, don't forget that at 4K 60, recording a full frame sensor takes a lot of processing power too. Don't forget that the alpha cameras are very small and heat dissipation is very important. I remember I saw a few teardown videos of the 5D Mark II from Canon. And, you know, every inch, every centimeter of that camera was used inside the build. Everything was filled. Imagine what the Sony Alpha cameras are like. Every single centimeter is used. There's very little space left for ventilation or anything like that. So 4K 60, that's going to take a lot of processing power. And in turn, it's going to generate a lot of heat. And heat is not good for electronics. So it could also be possible that the 4K 60 is not yet possible for the Alpha series cameras shooting full frame, because you're getting a lot of data being processed by the processor. That means a lot of heat has to be dissipated. So, man, unless they came out with some sort of cool heat sink for the Sony Alpha A7S III, that's also a possibility as to why it's not going to be in the A7S Mark III. I don't know, but heat dissipation is very important. So that's another reason why it might not be there. Actually, the follow focus is included with the package of the Ronin S. It's like the one additional thing DJ opted to make sure you get with the gimbal. Everything else you have to buy separately. Okay. All right, Ronin S. I think we've had enough of you. Yeah, so the Ronin S, just wait, okay? Just wait. Don't put your money down for the Ronin S just yet. Just wait. I'm telling you, in the long run, you're going to be saving money and you're going to be a happier person. You just got to be patient with me, okay? Otherwise, you're going to buy the Ronin S and then something new is going to come out from another company, and then you're going to be very upset. So I would just wait. Yeah. And don't forget, we have Juentech. Obviously, I'm an ambassador for Juentech, so I support their equipment. However, for my reviews, I am unbiased. They don't pay me to make my review videos. I'm unbiased for those review videos. I even talked about some of the issues I had with the version 2 of the Crane and the Crane Plus. So, and I had some issues with their, what was it? On the Crane Plus, the battery and all that stuff. So I have my unbiased videos, and I state in the video that I'm unbiased, and that's when I'm unbiased. But I am supported by Zune. I am an ambassador of Juentech. So, and guys, look at me right now. I am very close to the marketers and the managers at Juentech. I'm very close with them. And an ambassador is supposed to be kind of like a representative of the company. I'm one of those people who you talk to and ask if something is coming from Juentech, because I am like this with them. I know exactly I know what they're doing. They're communicating with me everything. Obviously, I can't share with you everything, but whatever I can share with you, I am. And I'm telling you right now, you got to wait. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. You got to wait. Ronin S came out. We're really happy about that. They should have come out with the Ronin S 2 years ago, in my opinion. I mean, come on. DJI is a little bit late to the game for single-handed gimbals, in my opinion. But they should have come out with that tech 2 years ago. And from a marketing standpoint, it's going to bite them on the butt. It's going to bite them on the butt. And they're going to see that very soon. I love DJI. I love their drones, okay? I'm a big DJI fan. But from a marketing standpoint, I don't think they do a good job. But, yeah, I just think it was a bad time for the Ronin S to be coming out now. I think it should have come out at least a year ago. That way they can improve and make better versions in the future. But now this is their first Ronin S. This is their first pistol-gripped gimbal for mirrorless and DSLR cameras. So they're gonna, there is a learning curve. Tech has been doing this for years already. So they already know how the game works. And I know that the DJI has been designing gimbals for a while too. But when you're talking about a pistol grip gimbal for mirrorless and DSLR cameras, design is completely different. You have to incorporate a lot of things into a very small form factor. And that on its own takes a lot of engineering, takes a lot of hardware and software. And Tech has already been doing that for years. So they know how to already come up with a successful gimbal that doesn't have crazy hiccups that will drive users insane. So I would wait. Just wait. Trust me. Things are coming. All right. More questions here. Craig says, the average person commits 3 felonies per day according to the stats. Oh, man. Okay. Alex is asking, what is your process for pricing your video projects when working with clients? Man, so much goes into play. First off, I have a few videos on my YouTube channel already. I have two videos currently, both based off of contracting and pricing. So if you go on my YouTube channel, type in contracts or contract, you're going to see two videos that pop up. Watch them. They're going to break them. Those videos are going to break the pricing down for you. Slightly outdated because things are a little bit different now since I made those videos, but still watch it because it'll give you a foundation, an idea of how to create pricing for your projects. Ezekiel, I have the GH5 in 18 to 35 with the June Crane 2. Manual focusing is quite hard since I'm not using the fall focus. Do you usually shoot with autofocus on gimbals? Yes. So with my A9, I have 693 autofocus points. I have extremely fast and extremely accurate autofocus, but there are times when manual focus is key. So I do shoot most of the time autofocus. But when the A9 can't track focus, like for example, the vertigo shots, I had very bad issues with autofocus because when you zoom in and zoom out, focal length changes and then focus changes. And for cameras, it's difficult to keep up with those changes of zoom sometimes. So at times, you do have to go to manual focus. A good trick for that and make sure everything is sharp is to increase the f-stop number. So if you're shooting at f4, try f11. Two downsides to this: you're going to lose your shallow depth field. That's one downside. Second downside is that if your sensor or lens are dirty, you're going to see specks on your footage. So if you're going to shoot at a high f-stop number, make sure that you clean out that sensor and you clean out that lens because you're letting less light in, and any blockages, it's kind of like, I want to try and explain this to you. It's kind of like an eclipse, all right? Like a lunar eclipse. Imagine the moon being a speck of dust and our apertures closed. My hand gestures are ridiculous. And our aperture is close to f11. When the moon blocks the sun partially, we get a shadow casted onto the earth. So that's kind of what happens to the sensor. When we close down that f-stop number, we're letting in a very small point of light into the sensor. So any small specks of dust are going to block a lot of that light. So you're going to see those specks of dust in your footage. So make sure you keep that sensor clean, you keep that lens clean, yada, yada, yada. That's it. And with the higher f-stop number, a lot more things will be in focus. If you would like me to create a tutorial on how to focus on a gimbal, I would love to. Just drop me a line. Let me know in the comment section. Woo! That was a handful. Is Jason Vong on the live stream? Did I just see his name pop up? Is Jason Vong on my live stream? I saw his name for a second and then it disappeared. I could be wrong. Mr. Vong! Where's Mr. Vong? I lost his name through the comments, like reloaded and like I lost it. But I think he tuned in. Yes, he's here. Jason Vong thinks 4K 60 is going to happen. Ah, man, Jason. Naive Jason. No, but Jason's pretty accurate with his predictions. But that's just, oh man, 4K 60. Jason, I hope you prove me wrong. I really do. I really do. Guys, do you think Jason and I should make a bet? I think we should make a bet. Jason Bong and I. The loser has to do something ridiculous on video and post it on YouTube. I think that should be the bet, Jason. And I think the commenters, the viewers right now should decide what we have to do for YouTube. Whoever loses this bet. Jason, if you're scared, that's all good, dude. If you're scared, that's all good. But I'm saying no 4K 60. Jason Bong is saying yes to 4K 60. So what I want you guys to do, I want you to come up with an idea if Jason Bong accepts, all right? I'm calling Jason Bong out. If Jason Bong accepts, we're going to have a little bet. And if I'm wrong, I got to do something ridiculous on camera that you guys put in the comment section below. And if Jason Bong is wrong, then he has to do that. So let's see if he accepts. I think this is a nice little bet. Okay. Tyrone is asking, hi Josh, Jewin flexible pipe versus the Manfrotto magic arm. Oh man, I'm feeling, listen, the flexible pipe is good, but not for heavy weight. I wouldn't put anything heavier than the monitor, the thin lightweight monitor without a battery. Anything heavier than that, I would recommend something else. The pipe is good, just for very lightweight. If you, as I showed you in my video with the monitor review, when I was using the flexible pipe, I put the monitor on there, and I put a heavy NPF 970 Sony battery on there, and it still held place, but I know over time it's going to weaken. That pipe is great just for the monitor itself and to help you hold the gimbal, but I wouldn't add too much weight on there. So the magic arm, it depends all on the weight. If you were to ask me. Okay. I would like to know what frame rate is better to use when filming a vacation video, in your opinion. That's a very vague question. For specific shots, let me know. Like waves rolling by, people running on the beach, let me know. The only issue, full artworks. The only issue that there is no crack for unlimited recording on the A7R3 yet. I cracked my A7S Mark I and it works. But yes, I do agree there is no crack for the A7 III. There's some weird international tax law saying that if we record longer than 29 minutes, then our cameras are considered video cameras and they have to put a tax on it. So I think I heard somewhere that they're going to remove the tax and then all cameras will be able to have unlimited recording. So hopefully. Vigil Heart, actually going back to Jewin, I'd like to see them do something with the grip for the Crane 3 to make it more ergonomic like the Tilta G2X or the DJI Ronin S, rather than just the pole style grip. Okay, that's a good recommendation. Thank you. All right. All right, you got it, man. You got it. We're going to make some magic together. Woo! All right. Hey, brother, how often do you do real estate gigs? I have never done a real estate gig. Never. I was supposed to. Client never got back to me. That happens. But yeah, I was supposed to do a real estate gig, but I've never done one. Never done one. Virgil Hart says 24 frames for normal cinematic look, 60 or 120 for the slow-mo stuff to really extend out the family moments. Virgil Hart, perfectly said. You heard it right from Okinawa. Perfectly said. Francis, got the Jewin Crane 2 last week, and it's just great. See? You see all the awesome things we have going on about the Crane 2? People are loving it. When editing, do you use proxy files? I don't, actually. I use Final Cut Pro 10, and it manages raw files just fine. Then again, I'm using compressed raw files, like out of the A7 cameras. It is compressed raw. If you were shooting, let's say, raw, you would probably need, you would definitely need to use proxy files. But I've never, I was always happy with the picture quality coming right out of the camera, so I never really needed to use ProRes RAW or anything like that. Honest opinion: Jew flexible pipe arm versus magic arm. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, whoa. Bro, I want to ask you about the wide-angle lens. What do you think about the Tokina 11 to 16 mil or Canon 10 to 18 mil? Which one do you recommend? Which body are you using? Which body are you using? Honestly, I like the range on the Canon more. 10 to 18, I like that range. It's slightly larger than what Tokina's offering. So I would go for the 10 to 18. I don't have either camera or either lens. I haven't tried either lens. That's probably a Jason Vaughn question. Maybe he tried them out. He's tested out a lot more lenses than I have. So I haven't had either, but I can tell you right now that 10 to 18 is more of a range that I would be going after. Ezekiel said, another question about this time. Another question, but this time about frame rates. Okay, let me know. Shuffle dance, belly dance. Oh man, that'll be funny. Virtual Heart says the loser has to recreate that embarrassing photo of SpongeBob at the Christmas party. Or the loser has to do 30-minute long embarrassing karaoke jam while live streaming it here on YouTube. Oh man. Oh, Lyric says variable ND filter on the A7S Mark III. I think that's likely going to happen. I think they're going to use infrared. From the articles I've read, it looks like they're going to have some variable ND filters, digital variable ND filters for the A7S Mark III. I think that's going to happen. I'm pretty confident in that. That's a good thing that you brought up, Lyric. I completely forgot about that. Bro, I'm looking for the sponsorship. I need monitor. I have a big YouTube channel. I want to make review. All right, man. Email me. Email me. Maybe we can help you out. I don't know. Ezekiel says, you have videos about that telephoto orbit shots like Michael Bay movies? Oh, like on a helicopter? Those telephoto orbit shots? I don't know. I don't. I have one tutorial on telephoto lenses in a gimbal. Check it out. It actually did very well. What Mac do you use? I use the MacBook Pro with Touch Bar 2017 edition. The Hawaii Entrepreneur Podcast, Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro 10? I use Final Cut Pro 10. I seem to run in a lot of problems with Premiere Pro, annoying as hell. Final Cut runs smoothly. Yeah, I mean, I've been using Final Cut for a couple of years now, and I'm pretty happy with it. Alex Dung is asking, or Duong, I'm sorry, thoughts on Sony and Metabones and Canon glass. I have an adapter, but not a Metabones adapter, so I can't give you my take on that. But obviously, with Metabones, your autofocusing and overall connection between the lens and the camera body is going to be a lot slower. If budget persists, or if budget allows, permits, I meant to say, if budget allows you, I would sell the Canon stuff and just work with the body, meaning that you should get native glass. Try not to use adapters. Try not to. They're not as reliable as people think they are, at least from my experience. I actually tried out Metabones. Wasn't too much of a fan. But yeah, Metabones is the best adapter on the market, yes, but it's still not that great. I just don't. I can't put my faith into adapters. I'm sorry. Jamie's saying, I'm having problems balancing my Sony a6300 on a Sigma 30mm at 1.4 with the Joan Crane Plus. I think it's because the weight is way too low. Any thoughts? Tell me, does the gimbal vibrate? Does it shake? Does it do anything out of the ordinary? Let me know. So internal variable ND filters for the A7 III. That and improved color science would be awesome and would be some big selling points for that camera. Yeah, I'm happy Lyric brought up the variable ND filters. I do think that I think that's going to happen. From what I've read, they're going to use infrared for variable ND filters. I have no idea how that's going to work, but it's going to be, it looks like, I think it's going to be like some digital ND filter. There's not going to be physical elements going in front of the sensor for ND filters. It's going to be all digital. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be some sort of new technology. That's like brand new tech. Also consider trying out DaVinci Resolve 15 beta. Yes, people keep saying that DaVinci is doing well for them, so I got to try that out too. Bull Artwork says, haha, I think industry standard for editing is Avid, color grading is DaVinci, the Hawaii Entrepreneur Podcast. Yes, Bull Artworks, you are correct. Avid is what Hollywood uses. However, there were movies such as Star Wars that were edited in Final Cut Pro. Star Wars, I forgot which one, but 2 or 3 of them were edited with Final Cut Pro 7. So, I mean, Final Cut Pro is still the industry standard. They're still using it. Premiere is getting more and more traction each year. So, but Final Cut Pro is right there with everything else that's pro. Avid is probably the most used in Hollywood for professional editing. It's Avid Media Composer. That's the most professional system you can have. That's the type of system that you have the color wheels hooked up to. Sorry, that's DaVinci. But you have all those, you have an external keyboard that's like massive, and you do all these weird things in editing. I don't know. I haven't been into an editing studio, but I know what Avid can do, and I know where it's used. I've seen it. I tried out the trial. So, yeah. Avid is nuts. Definitely overkill for what any of us are doing, unless you're like, I mean, damn, Final Cut can do everything. It literally can do everything except for color grading, but it can do everything. I mean, what can it do that Avid? What can it do? What can't it do that Avid can do besides color grading? But yeah, but I've been very happy with Final Cut Pro. But Bull Artworks, you are correct. You are very correct. Bilal says, but bro, Tokina's 11 to 16 with f-stop 2.8 to 5.6. Canon is 10 to 18 with 4.5 to 5.6. Still, can you recommend the Canon? I can still recommend the Canon after you watch the comparison videos between those two lenses. I feel like, don't forget that with a higher f-stop number, like the Canon 4.5 to 5.6, there's a slight chance that it might be a sharper lens. Slight chance it might be a sharper lens. So this is when you're going to have to go ahead and compare the two by watching comparison videos on YouTube. I don't have either lens. I don't have experience with either lens. I can only assume that the Canon's going to be sharper. All right? I can only assume. And I like the longer focal length on the Canon as well. Why we still can't use the remote control for the GH5 and Crane 2 for ISO aperture shutter like Canon? Because Canon's firmware is compatible with the Crane 2. They allowed Juin to manipulate the firmware or connect to the firmware in the Canon bodies to make it work. But Panasonic and Sony, they're not as friendly as Canon, unfortunately. So that should answer your question. So I don't know if Jason Vong left the chat. I think he did. But I like that little bet of doing something ridiculous. I'm going to reach out to him and ask him about that. I also have to do, I mean, Jason Vong challenged me to a video showing you guys my first ever video that I made. I still have to do that video. It's pretty embarrassing, but it's funny, I think. Alex Duong is asking about the Sigma art lenses. I saw them at NAB. Honestly, picture, they were sharp but slow for Sony bodies. I used it on my A9, which is supposed to be the fastest Sony camera on the market. It was still slow. Would I buy it? Not yet. I think Sigma can improve. But I'm not a big Sigma follower or Tokina. I'm still working on native lenses, guys. I haven't ventured off into third-party glass yet. So I'm still working with the Sony glass and G Master and Zeiss. So that's where I'm headed towards for now. If a lens is like $200 or $300, like the Helios glass, I'll invest that, no problem. Eventually, I'll invest in that. But you know, Sigma art lenses, they're not cheap. So I mean, they are cheaper, but they're not cheap. So it does take some investment. So that's why I want to get all of my lenses that I want currently from Zeiss and G Master, and then I'll venture out into third-party glass. All right, my friends, it's been 1 hour since we started the broadcast. I want to thank all of you who tuned in. Again, we are going to be doing this every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe with those notifications turned on. And if you're feeling extra generous today, you can throw me a super chat. And yeah. Cool. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video because it's coming and it's gonna be fun. All right, guys, I love you all, and I will talk to you very, very soon. The Hawaii Entrepreneur Podcast. Thank you for your $2 donation, brother. Love you guys so much. Have a great Sunday or Monday, depending on where you are, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Peace.